All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. First off and foremost, I would like to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kodash. All right, Barakathum to you, Akim out there. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. And I'll hop straight into it, man. Speaking of the elect, which is the flock, the sheep, the herd of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, us being brothers, all right, and us as up-and-coming brothers, all right, have to know how important it is to watch over younger brothers that's under us, right, as well as the brothers that's over us to watch over us, you know, if you understand the gist of what I'm saying, okay? So with that, I'm just start with this. Proverbs 27 and 23. It says, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock, and look well to thy herds," man. So we got to make sure what? Hey, the flock is eating what they're supposed to eat as far as the correct doctrine. Hey, make sure we're all speaking the same things. All right? Hey, make sure brothers is getting into the Hebrew. Hey, learning their heritage. All right, learning how to pray. All right, different things of that nature, man. All right, and especially when it comes to understanding these scriptures, man, we got to make sure, hey, these brothers know what they gotten themselves into. All right, and understand what's going on when we go out there to prophesy, man. All right. Because hey, we're supposed to be building each other up, all right? Which is the point. Building up the flock, hey, is knowing the state of thy flock. And it says, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock." So you got to make sure brothers is on point. Brothers are doing what they're supposed to be doing, man. All right? Because if not, hey, sheep will go astray. If you don't have a shepherd guiding the sheep, all right, the sheep is going to start to go whichever way they want to. All right, so that's why we have a thing called order, okay? And that's a big part of order, is knowing the state of the flock, man. All right, knowing the order of the flock, knowing how they're doing, all right? What state, what condition they're in, all right? So on and so forth, all right? 1 Peter 1 and 5, in verse 2, "Feed the flock of Yahweh, which is among you, taking oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, right? So not like you're feeling forced to do it because you want to do it. Because what? Yahweh Shai said what? Feed my sheep. So you should want to feed the sheep, the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, so we can get the fuck up out of this place. Okay? So feeding the flock is what? Being diligent to know the state of thy flock, to make sure the flock is eating. Okay, to make sure the flock is well and healthy, all right, and no wolves could get to the sheep. To make sure they're well guarded by the shepherd, all right. We gotta have oversight. That's what it means. You gotta be looking over the sheep, having oversight, knowing the state of thy flocks. All right, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, neither being lords over Yahweh heritage. All right, so not being lords, man. All right, being tyrants. All right, but what? Examples to the flock, and that's key, brothers. We have to be examples to younger brothers that's under us. All right, so on and so forth. As we have elders above us, as they follow the example of their elders, as the scriptures gives us examples of. Okay, so we have to be mindful of what we do. All right, so we won't offend them, and so they won't offend others by copying our actions. All right. So hey, that's a heavy thing to learn while in this truth. All right. But it says, "But being examples to the flock, when the chief shepherd shall appear, he should receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away." And that's the point. That's what we're fighting for, that crown of life, man. All right? So we have to be examples to brothers So what? They could receive their crown of life. Like Paul said, hey, he have fought the good fight. He finished his course. Therefore, a crown is laid up for him. All right? That was the example for us. All right? So we follow that example. Okay? So what? That the flock could follow our example, so on and so forth. Okay? It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves to the elder. All right? Yea, all you be subject one to another, being clothed with humility. For Yahweh resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. All right? And it says, younger, submit yourself to the elder. All right? That's part of that flock, man. All right? The elder being the shepherd, right? And the younger being the flock. Because that's how it goes. And yes, there's different levels in that, man. All right? And I'm just using that simple, because you have different ranks in the elders. You have different ranks within camps. I'm just using this analogy just so you can get the sense, man. All right? Because what? The sheep have to obey what? The shepherd. All right? Because when that sheep start to go astray, what did the shepherd do? Guides them back on the right path. So you may have to pop that sheep with the rod that the Lord has given us, if you can understand that analogy. Okay? This is Acts 20 and 28. Take heed, therefore, to yourselves and to the flock. Here I go again. Hey, be diligent to know the state of thy flock. Take heed to yourselves and to the flock. All right, feed the flock. All right, taking oversight thereof. Once again, we got to know how brothers doing. How they doing in the spirit. All right, putting them to the test. Iron sharpeneth iron, man. All right, building each brother up, man. Okay? That's what it means to exhort, man. To build upon each other, man. Okay? Take heed, therefore, to yourselves and to all the flock over which the Holy Ghost hath made you overseers. Hey, going back to this. Taking the oversight thereof, okay? Made you overseers to feed the church of Yahweh, which he has purchased with his own blood. And what did it just say in the 1 Peter's? Feed the flock of Yahweh. Okay? Now let's go to this John 21 and 15. So when they had denied Yahweh, when they had dined, Yahweh said unto Simon, Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? All right? Because they was eating fish, right? And he said to them, yea, Lord, thou knowest I love thee. And he said unto him, feed my lambs. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto them, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said unto him, feed my sheep. He said unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he had said it to him third time. So Peter, at this point, he getting irritated, like, damn, what the hell, Yeah, I love you, Lord. Like, what's going on, He's getting agitated, all right? He said, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Lord, knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. And Yahweh said unto him, feed my sheep. So that's what we're supposed to do. You just don't feed sheep anything, man. All right? Just like you can't feed a dog chocolate. And you can't feed sheep certain things, man. Because they'll die. All right? So we got to know and take heed to what we're feeding the flock. To make sure it's bountiful. That it's healthy for the flock. All right? And the flock knowing what they're eating and knowing how to digest it. All right? So on and so forth. All right? So we have to be careful and understand the things that we do in the truth, man. And how it could affect the church and affect the body. Hey, so with that, I pray that this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kadash, Barakatum to you, Akim out there. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone of salutations to the elect, wherever it may be. Abad Babal.